Yes, looking forward to Thursday's uh, part three of the Hobbit trilogy. I enjoyed watching part two with the Desolation of Smaug. This, I mean, they both of them, the first two, Unexpected Journey, they're just over 3 hours. The extended edition, I think, the second one's 3 hours and 6 minutes. So the third one is about 20 minutes shorter than the others. But obviously, we get bigger and bigger when it comes to the Lord of the Rings, especially the last one, for the extended version. 4 hours, over 4 hours. Well, that is a pity I couldn't get them on Blu-ray. I'm not sure Blu-ray might be one disc. I'm not sure. I have to have a look.
But if I'm sure it's two discs. But the ones I got from Sainsbury's, they were Blu-ray. But obviously they were the theatrical versions. That's when Sainsbury's were selling DVDs, vinyls and that. But as you know, they've jacked it all in now. I think it's just clothing and maybe books. I don't know if they can do computer games anymore. But I'm going to check mine, see if it is two discs. If it is, then obviously it's a bit inconvenient, but that's 2 hours. So I'm going to have a look.
No.
From the start. Does it suit you? I think it does, 100%. We've played teams above us in every round, and I think the chemistry makers in doing so. The first game just sort of stood out.
It is two discs.
Just seemed talking together, and yeah, it was like had an influence on the goal as well. That's
Yeah, it is two discs.
We went 2-1 down, and before we could even think about it, it was equalised, and then we just held on.
But to force a replay and then come back to Bloodhill Park and beat them 3-0.
It is Blu-ray.
What an amazing night.
So yeah, so they can't contain it on one disc, and that's obviously the first one is the Fellowship of the Ring.
Because it was an evening game, they had
But
on the floor or curving.
yeah, I think. Yeah, so we'll look forward to finishing off the. Then Sunday, we can do the Fellowship of the Ring. But obviously, you've got to be conscious of the starting time. Now, again, just a gentle reminder. Friday, the 19th of May, very important. You need to get an holiday in. I'll just put the week off, because I've got that week off as well. And because we do need to be setting off by about 12 o'clock, no later from Scunthorpe. And that's once we've filled up at either before or after we've filled up at Sainsbury's. Get some points on my Nectar card. Because I was going to get the fuel at Selby, the SO garage, because it's 5p litre cheaper. But unfortunately, as I'm not there anymore, there's no point in going to Selby because it's 3 or 4p a litre cheaper. Because, I might as well get it when I go to Scunthorpe. If I'd been at the depot the night before, I would have done. But might as well fill the tank up at Scunthorpe, at the Sainsbury's, and then back round. I don't know if it's probably just as quick to go by the A road.
Yeah, of course, it's hard not to be romantic about the cup.
It's just nice to say that we're 90 minutes away from an FA Cup semi-final at Wembley, which is just unbelievable to even.
No, I'll sort that out. Still got about more till yet. I'm looking forward to us when we get to Strawberry Fields Cafe and all that. Like I said, because last time we were there, it was winter time and there was snow and ice about, and unfortunately, on health and safety grounds, the garden where the original gates are kept, because somebody a few years back stole them, flogged them on eBay. The bloke who bought them realised they were the Strawberry Fields gates which John Lennon used to write about and walk through, where there used to be an orphanage, and gave them back to the Salvation Army. I mean, in the cafeteria, it's nice. They've got, say, a merch stall as well, shops as well, where they sell T-shirts and all sorts, and it all goes to a good cause. There is an gardens there with the gates, and there's also a museum. But as I say, we're going to get our tickets before. Yeah, so you can near to the time pre-book or book your tickets via the Strawberry Fields Salvation Army website, and they do say give yourself at least for the gardens and the museum about an hour and a half. We will get Ringo Starr's childhood home and that and the mural done on the way in, and if we can, I mean, we'll have a look at the John Lennon house from the outside. Unfortunately, if you are a member at National Trust, it's £11. If you're not a member at National Trust, it's £33. If you don't believe me, come to the National, tap in John Lennon's childhood home and go to the National Trust part of it and look at the admission prices for non-members and members. It's a shocking amount of money, and you can't even take photographs. And of course, the grand finale for Lady Part will be Liverpool FC's club shop, Anfield. Depending on what funds are available, depends if I get anything or not. But I've been experienced anyway to actually be at the Holy Grail, in that Liverpool area. So it'd be a good time. But looking forward as well, obviously, to our Hobbit on tomorrow, and Sunday, if you can, we'll start with the first Lord of the Ring piece. Oh yes, as I said, not Gush's cup of tea. She's not a big fan of say dragons and sword and sorcery and all that.